안녕하십니까 여러분. 영어 말하기 완전 정복의 예스파파입니다. 며칠 전에 첫 영상을 처음으로 유튜브에 올려드렸는데 제가 봐도 너무나 미숙한 부분이 많아서 되게 부끄럽습니다. 처음 영상 프로그램을 공부해서 한 3일 정도 작업을 해서 올린 건데 여러분들은 어떻게 보셨는지 궁금합니다. 시간이 지나면 조금씩 나아지리라고 봅니다. 여러분께서 조금 이해해 주시기 바랍니다. 그럼 오늘은 제가 지난 시간에 영어 말하기를 미드로 한다고 말씀드렸는데 모던 패밀리로 하기로 결정했습니다. 특별한 이유는 없고요. 제가 보니까 조금 재미도 있고 가족 드라마인데다가 약간 다큐멘터리 형식의 인터뷰 같은 것도 중간중간 있고 해서 재밌게 보고 있습니다. 그에 앞서서 제가 어느 정도 영어 실력을 갖고 있는지 검증해 볼 필요가 있어서 여러분께 공개적으로 제 영어 실력을 보여드리겠습니다. 그렇게 기대는 안 하셔도 될 것 같습니다. 그리고 저는 지금 아무런 스크립트도 준비하고 있지 않고 카메라 앞에서 무방비 상태로 앉아 있습니다. 영어로 어떤 얘기를 어떻게 할지 머릿속이 좀 하얀데 여러분께서 욕을 하셔도 좋고 실력이 너무 없어서 조언을 주셔도 좋습니다. 이 채널에서 지난번에 소개를 간략히 드렸기 때문에 그거에 대해서 제가 생각나는 대로 그냥 무작위로 영어로 시작을 한번 해보겠습니다. 얘기를 하다가 중간에 끊기는 부분도 있고 단어가 생각이 안 나서 고민을 할 수도 있습니다. 그리고 또한 문법이 안 맞을 수도 있고 그러니까 여러분께서 제 영어 실력을 적나라하게 이해를 하시고 앞으로 얼만큼 제가 영어 말하기가 향상되는지 지켜봐 주시기 바랍니다. 자, 그럼 이제 시작해 보겠습니다. 시작하기 앞서서 물 한 컵 좀 마시고 하겠습니다. 잠시만요. hello, 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 hello. Are you ready? Action. Hi, oh my god, I have no idea what to say to you. Okay. My name is Yes Papa. I'm a man who create English speaking channel for learning, studying English. Sorry, I'll say again. It's so hard. Oh my god. I can't introduce myself. I'm so nervous because I'm just standing in front of the camera. Also, I have never chance to speak English to anybody facing the camera. I am a creator who made this channel for learning speaking English. Actually, I made the name Says Papa instead of Yes Papa. But when I make a Gmail ID, there is already Says Papa blah blah blah. I just thinking at the moment, Says Papa. The sound of Says is more very sharp. So I just think about yes instead of says. So that's why the name Says Papa was made. Actually, says means smashing English speaking. So that means 영어 완전 정복입니다. But if I change yes papa, it means yes English speaking. You can say like that. The purpose of this channel is to encourage people who are struggling with speaking English in Korea, especially for Korean students and maybe adult or the person who has studied only grammar and the reading and memorizing words, etc., which means that we somehow have been studying English in one way direction or in the wrong way direction. Because I think English is not a subject which would be studied. It is a communication tool by practicing English instead of studying English. So most of Korean students from elementary school to until the university had been studying English only in terms of, the grammar and reading, memorizing to get into the university as exam. So most of people cannot speak English because we don't need to speak English. There is no any way to speak English after you finish in school. Even though you study English so hard at school, you cannot even speak English, your words in your mind to foreigner. Because there is no chance to speak your thinking into the English to the outside world. Also, there is no any environment or circumstance in which you can speak English in any place, in any time. We speak always Korean in Korea. After you graduate or while you are staying at the office, or there is no even chance to meet foreigner as a coworker, or only you can speak English when you go outside as travel, or you can practice or speak English when you enter global international company. If you don't speak English for a long time, you finally forgot speaking English slowly and slowly. So what should we do? If you somehow practice speaking English and increase your language skill in terms of pronunciation and accent, the rhythm of English, you should somehow mimic their language following drama or news, the way of their speaking English. Because if you memorize English in textbook with translation, I don't think you can speak English naturally. You have to learn something through the environment or their speaking situation, conditions of surrounding spoken by English. That's why I choose American drama to follow or shadowing English, because there is something we can catch little by little, which we haven't experienced at school. What should I say? What else I should speak to you? I can tell you something. My weakness of speaking English is pronunciation, and I cannot really speak G sound, G, jet, G. Through this channel, I also improve my pronunciation and listening skill. Also, American speak quite fast in drama or when you watch his movie, but the speed of speaking is quite natural for them because we are not getting used to that kind of speed of listening. That's why we cannot really speak your thinking in front of American. You forgot what you want to say because they already speak the next sentence. Am I right? I think the problem is translation, because when you speak English at the beginning, if you really only focus on grammar and translation and reading, when you want to say something in your mind, first you think into Korean, and then you maybe try to figure out how to speak structure and grammar, words, because the order of structure is completely opposite with Korean language. And then you say English through the translation into Korean. From translation again into English, Korean structure in your mind. I think there is so many, editing problem here. At the beginning, I say there is no any, script to prepare this channel, because I want to really show you my pure English speaking level, because I can speak a little bit when I'm thinking, but I can't really speak fluently with the words that I'm thinking, because I'm stuck sometimes with language, with words, and structure of sentence, or even grammar. That's it for today. Maybe next time I can start speaking English with the American drama, the Modern Family, and we can check it out, how far we can go, okay? I have a lot of work to edit, but there is no other way to improve my English. Okay, see you. Bye bye.